Theo Nouveau Vintage here with a brief intro video to say, hey, we are the new guys on the block at Brick City, which is located in Fort Smith, Arkansas. And I'm absolutely thrilled to be here. Our shop has officially opened as of April 1 with a very what we're calling soft opening, considering everything that's going on with the coronavirus and COVID-19. I hope that you're staying well and healthy. We are still open, basically modified hours, 11 to 7, Monday through Saturday, and then 12 to 5 on Sundays. The shopping mall here is following all the recommendations from the government and the CDC concerning our local area, our county, and our cities in terms of sanitation and social distancing and all of that. In addition, you can call, pay by phone, there's curbside service, there are delivery options, and I'm happy to hold any items for you here until you are comfortable getting out. So whatever your comfort level is with that, your personal convictions, absolutely support that 100%, and we all look forward to being on the other side of this and hopefully being much stronger, right? What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Nietzsche said, also the great Kelly Clarkson. But Nietzsche came first. So, quick little intro. If you don't know anything about us, we are a full vintage shop, and our brand is all about eclectic maximalism and sustainable style. Now, maximalism, you say, what is that? It is not about being junky. Maximalism is still very carefully curated items, but it is about more is more decor. And what maximalists like to do is use a wide variety of colors, of patterns, of textures, of layers, and of depth to make you feel really alive when you walk into a room where there are so many things that catch your eye and maybe tell a story. This is something that speaks to me. It's the way that I love to see rooms furnished. It provides meaning for me and a lot of other people. Now, if you're not a maximalist and you might be a minimalist, that is okay. You can still shop us, and you can still maybe find one or two minimalist statement pieces here that you can put into your environment. Eclectic in the sense that we have a wide variety of things that we sell from all stylistic periods, whether it's Victorian or arts and crafts, mission style, Art Deco, Art Nouveau. Art Nouveau is actually my favorite stylistic time period, and that is the second half of where our name comes from. Theo is named after my son, Theo, who is the absolute light of my life, and you will see him around here with me all the time. He is definitely my business partner and likes to talk about his toy business that he runs out of here as well. And he knows that he wants to try to sell something to make money. So, you know, you gotta start him young. Nouveau is from Art Nouveau, which is a time period at the turn of the century that was just really beautiful. The woman with long flowing hair and a dusty muted color palette and all these curves, and think Alphonse Mucho, think Henry Toulouse-Lautrec a little bit. That's where our name comes from. So if I find anything Art Nouveau, I love it, as well as mid-century modern, anything 70s retro. You really will find it all here. Right above me, you can see this is one of the largest collections I've ever seen of Dryden pottery, which is outside, comes out of Hot Springs, Arkansas. So a really cool, I love anything local that I can pull into here. Some art beside me. I'm sitting in a Victorian tuft velvet chair from the turn of the century in really beautiful condition, and it's super comfy as well. So you can find a little bit of everything. We have things that range from $1.99, $2.99, $5.99, all the way up to almost $1,000 in here. So I want it to be a place where you can come and grab a fun little happy for someone or a fun little happy for yourself that just brings you some joy, or you could make a serious investment in some really nice high quality art or furniture or home decor pieces. That's the eclectic maximalism part, and sustainable style is all about being good to the earth and helping empower people locally in our area to choose secondhand, because it's just better for the world and it's better for the earth. Not only that, secondhand and vintage items, in my very biased opinion, have much more character than pre-made modern stuff. Now don't get me wrong, I love Target just like the next person, and I shop Amazon as well, but it has been a really fun personal process and mission for me to start inviting a lot more vintage and secondhand things into my home and into my wardrobe, and I love it. And I hope that you will take a few little bite-sized pieces of vintage and start bringing it into your life as well. I want to tell you our mission, which is on, actually we have these business cards that are always here, and you can see the lion logo, and it's actually got an Art Nouveau feel to it with the peacocks and the women with flowing hair. We are on Instagram, Etsy, Pinterest, Facebook, and YouTube. You can follow us in a lot of different ways. You can find us on email as well. And on the back of every single business card is our mission. And I will just read it quickly because I have it memorized, but like kind of not. Like when I'm on the spot, I probably couldn't reproduce it. So I will just read it from here, and this will give you a good idea of who we are. Our mission at Theo Nouveau Vintage is to curate unique, high-quality vintage pieces for 3 reasons. 1, to furnish meaningful spaces, whether that's your home or your office or a cabin, and to adorn happy faces. So we do also sell some vintage clothing and accessories. You will find different pieces in here from time to time. Secondly, to empower a sustainable, earth-friendly lifestyle, just like I talked about. And 3, to appreciate history and the decorative arts. I love history, and that's a big part of why I got into the vintage movement at all, and that really got me into the history of the decorative arts, which are it's just fascinating to see how pieces of furniture or pieces of art or books can tell us so much about different periods and what people went through, whether that was the Great Depression or World War I or World War II or the swinging 20s. So when you come into our shop, I hope that you have a nice experience of really having to think about history and can find some meaning from these things being preserved for future generations, and that they're worth preserving and they're worth bringing joy into your own home and then passing down to other people who appreciate them. The last thing that I'll say is we specialize in showstopper, special, one-of-a-kind statement pieces. So if it's a little bit funky and a little bit unique, I'm probably gonna love it and want to bring it to the Fort Smith area and beyond. Why? Just because I like it. I just really like it, and I hope that you will like it as well. Secondly, we specialize in anything that has to do with international vintage. So if it's international old maps or anything that appreciates other cultures, other languages, if it has a little bit of an international flair, you can probably find it here. I want you to always feel at home when you come into our space. There's one of everything. So I don't have back stock, so if you want a tough velvet chair or a piece of art or a lobster dish dried in pottery, which is super cool by the way, you gotta come get it, and that's it. It doesn't mean I will never find anything like that again, or you can't find it online or something like that, but these are things that have a little bit of that scarcity idea to it. There's one and then it's gone. Some of these things, like this art journal I will show you, is truly one of a kind. This, I wasn't sure what it was till I started flipping through it, and this is actually someone, I'm gonna guess the 20s or 30s by the look of, oh, it's gonna be a little bit hard for you to see because the lighting and some things just fell out of it. But basically it is someone's inspo journal where they cut out all of these amazing things out of magazines showing styles, things that they liked, things that were meaningful. You can definitely see the Art Deco vibes there. And on the very back page, this is really fun. Just some really cool, it's like an old scrapbook, basically, is what it is. And this is something that I can genuinely say it is one of a kind. There is not another one of these in the whole entire world that you can find. And she even, I don't know if these were like maybe paper dolls or pinup girls in the past, I'm not sure, but these ladies were stuck in there. It's just full of all kinds of really neat paper goods and treasures. Look at that Art Deco lady, so cool. So there are things like this that really are one of a kind because someone in history took all the time to cut these things out and be inspired by them. Other things, like dried in pottery, well, they say they're one of a kind too. So that's maybe not the best example, but an old book. It might not be that it's one of a kind. You could find it on Amazon, but it's something that's definitely different and unique. And we so appreciate it when you can shop local that you do. So come visit us, check it out for yourself. Please dig around, make yourself at home. If you ever have any questions, I do diligently post on eBay. No, I don't post on eBay. Never have and probably never will. I do Etsy. You can find us on Etsy, but I diligently post on Instagram and Facebook. Lots of updates and the new merchandise that's coming in. I bring things in just about every day is my goal, so you never know what you might find. And I hope you come experience Theo Nouveau Vintage for yourself. Take care.